another week of action. Welcome back to the Nilayo Esports Management E-Series, brought to you, of course, by Nilayo Esports Management. A big shout out to all the sponsors: HP, my X3, Ogo State Government, Lagos State Government. It's good to have you guys back here. We're glad to be back after so much unfortunate incidents. We just want to say that on behalf of Nilayo Esports Management, we are with the youths, we support the movement, and yes, it's just been unfortunate. So, we're kicking into this action, and once again, I am Shanks. If you do not remember me, I'm Shanks. And it's been a very good experience so far. We're going into round of 16 today, and today I have with me
Emmanuel. Hi guys, welcome to today's edition. And today is going to be fun-packed. And last time we were here, we had so much fun, and I believe today will not give us anything less. Today is going to be even more of action and more of fun. So, guys, you guys are welcome. Join us and see this contestants battle it out for a top spot in this competition.
Yeah, and of course, it's the round of 16. So we expect the quality of players to be way different than what we've had in the past. We've had names like Arogs,
yes,
and names also that you wouldn't expect. We had some dark horses, and we had people that unfortunately, for somebody like Adefola now, we've talked about him. He's a very important name in sport, in the scene. For those of you that know, unfortunately for him, he came in and he had dominant games, but he didn't get those points that he needed. And so that produces you in the round of 16 like this with players that you don't expect, So it's going to be an interesting affair, definitely.
I mean, I think that's part of the fun of the competition. Now, if you look at this, the quality of the competition at this time is very high. The standard is very high. Why? Because nobody wants to miss out in this kind of time. Like, you see, the beauty about football or any competition or this kind of competition where does the esports is that it has the opportunity to pit the people you consider the very best against the people who you might not necessarily think are the very best, but they are coming up.
You don't pay as much attention to them, really.
Exactly. And then one of the things, one very quote I like saying so much in life is that if you are going to be the best, you have to beat the best. I think this competition is...
Yeah, and of course, they are closer to the prize right now. Sorry, to the prize right now.
Yes.
And we talked about, we cannot overemphasize the fact that there's a lot of money on the line.
So much money.
You expect the hunger, the mental attitude to be so much different.
Of course.
While at stages where somebody's going to go 2 goals up and literally just hold the ball, like I'd expect to see that. We haven't seen as much penalty shootouts too. Trust me, we're going to see some of that. So I mean, there's so many things to look forward to.
Sheks, you're absolutely right. I mean, this is the kind of game at this stage in the competition, people are willing to defend 1 goal leads.
Yeah.
At this is the stage of the competition, people are willing to defend 1 goal leads. People are willing to go all out.
Yeah, go all out.
People are willing to take risks. This is the place where you take risk, and then in the voice of one of the commentators on FIFA, he said, if you don't speculate, you cannot accumulate. So I think this is the time where we get to see, you know what? Expect the unexpected.
Yeah.
Expect anything.
I think it's going to be memorable. I think it's definitely going to be memorable. So guys, we're going to take a quick short break now, and we'll load you guys with today's action.
Join us.
Man, here we are again. We have
All
Arogs versus Newsy, a round of 16 game, as we talked about. And quick, quick talking points. Team selection. Well, what's your take on it?
Well, I like the fact that there's a Real Madrid. We have seen people going on for France, but I like the fact that someone is trying to break the norm and going for Real Madrid.
Real Madrid. Yeah, of course. And Real Madrid also has quite a decent amount of talent. Not as good a roster as France, you would say, in terms of squad depth.
Yes, but
A lot of stacks with talent, for being honest.
and a lot of pace. To be very honest, I love the fact that I think one thing about the France team is that only the attack line have that kind of busting pace, but the Real Madrid team have pace all around. I'm talking from Mendy at the left back, Marcelo at the left back, Vinicius who is super fast, and if they hit you on the counter, it's really going to be a deadly one for you.
Arogs here trying to find space in the box. Unfortunately, loses possession. Vinicius Junior, but very good defending there from Arogs.
Very good defending
And
there. Being able to
we
predict.
talk about the fact that you have to be solid defensively. You can't. You can't know how to score goals. And fine, to be fair, they say attack is the best form of
Defending.
defense, but you still have to be good at defending. Honestly.
Look, I mean, if you talk to people who are, top commentators, top analysts, coaches, the first thing they tell you is this: attack might win you games, but defense win you competitions and trophies. Yeah. So if you're really trying to get serious what a goal there, right there.
Arogs
What a goal!
feeding
Smashing that.
feeding us with the first goal of the game. Ben Yedder, that was a lucky rebound because I expected that he would have scored out on the first shot, but still, what
Very
a nice
lucky
goal.
rebound.
What a very nice goal. Nizi now is in a spot where you have to think of something.
Yeah, I mean,
You
this
have
is
to come up with something.
exactly this is what we were talking about earlier, Sheiks. Now, Yenzi has to come out and attack. That leaves him open to counter attacks. It leaves him open to. He has to take the risk now because you cannot sit back, and since you're already a goal down, you cannot sit back and wait for your position. This is a time in the competition when you have to come outside and try something. What a good fake shot right there by Griezmann. What a beautiful skill there. Sheiks, what's your take?
In the drag back, and Arox just being very comfortable with the skill moves. Finds Mbappe still doing Magidi spin, looking for space. Fancy skills there. Fortunately, there. Wow, still keeps the ball in play. Arox, you could say, is looking very comfortable right now. To be able to just do all of this. Coming up now, we have Demladi and Sheni 08.
Yes.
What are your predictions for this game?
Look, I have never seen Demilade play, but there's something I've seen Sheni play, and I like how he plays. He's very intentional when he's going on the attack, especially. He's very intentional with his balls, whatever he does, very decisive. I've never seen Demilade play, but I think I'll be rooting for Sheni in this game. What are your thoughts?
For me, it's quite difficult to. I see a penalty shootout, and I want to say maybe an upset for Sheni by Demilade. So I'll just pick Demladi, even if it's not a penalty shootout.
You pick them.
I think Demladi will come out tops on this one.
Wow.
So a lot to look forward to. I'm looking forward to team selections, but I think Sheni usually picks France. I think that's what he usually does.
Of all the times I've seen Sheni, yes, he has always chosen France, and I think it's more of right now. It's more of an understanding of how he wants to play.
And France
just does it for him.
Yeah,
So I'm actually curious to see who Demilade goes for.
I won't be surprised to see France. Let's be honest, as good as you are, you know that France has an edge to it.
Especially at this time in the competition. You just want to use the most effective team to get it. I mean, another thing that's really will be interesting to me right now to see is formations.
Yeah, definitely. Of course. Because we talk about how some formations counter some formations.
Yes.
And people might not know, but when you're down in first half, if you're somebody that pays attention to how you play, and you're sure that sometimes you'll be sure that all you need is a substitution and you come out tops. So we saw it in some games, but I think for most of the games, people didn't really the second half. Just maybe make one or two changes.
Yeah.
Maybe even if not second half, but
a quick
game.
Yeah.
And I think we're going to see a bit of that. But like I said, the last game, credit to both players, they really tried. But Arox was just very dominant, much more comfortable.
Very dominant.
So yes, guys, we'll hop on into the game in a bit. Stick with us.
and enjoy. All right, guys. So we're about to see the game between Demilade and Sheni 08. And I told you, Checks, my prediction for this one, I'm going for Sheni, and Checks going for Demilade.
Yeah.
All right. That's a France team.
France
Like we said
affairs.
earlier.
I think we're used to France affairs by now.
Yeah.
Just you can't get enough of it.
Actually.
It's just quality all over the board. Like the kind of players you see on the pitch, quality all through.
So quick one, Checks. What do you think about the 4-4-2?
4-3-2 formation.
Yes, he has a.
In this FIFA, I think I dabbled in it a bit. It is effective, but the 4-2-3-1 is much
More
dominant,
effective.
yes, than it. 4-2-3-1 is the most dominant formation for 20.
I mean, sometimes I actually think the 4-4-2 is better when you want to.
4-4-2 is very good too. 4-4-2 counters 4-1-2-1-2, and it
Yes.
counters 4-3-3.
Exactly. When you just want to, you don't want to have enough of the ball. You just want to quickly move the ball from the defense down to attack. You want to hit your opponent on quick counters. I mean,
Yeah, and the 4-3-2 is like a variation of the 4-4-2.
yeah.
So, but as the 4-2-3-1 is just,
It's always
especially
been
when
the
you
best.
have players that can play it. I mean, in Ultimate Team,
Yeah.
like we're talking about in FIFA Ultimate Team, you have squads that you have a 99 Ronaldo
Yeah.
playing on the right wing. Ronaldo used to be a winger.
Yeah. Yes. Way back. You used
So
to
you,
be-
you have Ronaldo, but for people like this, when they have Ronaldo, most times I like to put him in the middle because it's like the most effective. But you have Ronaldo on the left, you have like a Ronaldinho playing calm. You have like R9 Ronaldo,
Yeah.
Delima Ronaldo
Yeah.
playing
Yeah.
nine.
Yeah.
So like so much quality across the board. Your CDMs, you have like Vieira and Hulit, Gattuso.
Oh, Gattuso.
So for formations like that, when you have players at your disposal that can, the France squad is the closest thing to FIFA Ultimate Team.
Right now.
Yes, like offline in an exhibition setting.
All right.
So- Back into it now, and we have Daniel playing from left to right in the blue France kit, and we have Shane, of course, playing from right to left in the white France kit. Their formations 4-2-3-1 for Daniel, and Shane went with the 4-2-2. 4-2-2. So we see Shane here now doing that heel to trying to find the shot with Coman, but that is weaker foot. So
Yes.
I think it's fair that
The
that
keeper had
went
to
like
get
that.
that.
Yes.
But that's showing early intent by Sheni. Like I told you, this guy He's very intentional with each of his attacks, very intentional, showing early intent, trying to ensure that he scores a quick goal. In this kind of competition, you get to yourself a quick goal, and you're doing yourself a lot of favors.
Yeah, and of course, like I know Shenny, so like Shenny lost the Tech Plus tournament last year to Arogs. Arogs played in the finals with Adifola. So for somebody like Shenny, he's experienced.
Yeah,
he's been in situations. He's been to finals. Let's put it that way. He's been to he's been
playing
to
at the top
semi-finals.
level.
Yes, he's been playing at top level. So Daniel definitely has to pay attention, because the moment there's a lapse in concentration, he's definitely somebody that will take advantage of it.
Exactly. So this is one of those games showing a little bit of skill. Daniel right there for the ball. Is he going to make that pass?
Finds
Oh, yeah,
Benjeda.
he did
Maybe
that.
tries to lay it back to Mbappe.
Shane had that
Patience,
cover.
and I like that patience. And it's going
What
to
is
reward
that?
him here. Unfortunately, he should have been more rewarded.
I think he should have taken that shot very, very quickly, because he gave Shane so much time with the ball when he had Mbappe. Once he passed the ball to Mbappe, Mbappe had enough time to hit it. What do you think?
I think from the point he got into the box, and you would have thought he was going to shoot, and then he turned back to begin the pass, like try to recycle the attack. I think the fact that he made it out successfully and found good space, I give him credit for that. I feel like he should have been more rewarded.
Yeah.
Because I think the patience there was very important.
key. Yes.
Some other person would have just lost possession on that ball. But it was near post, so I do understand your view of the situation.
Yeah.
Shenny now on the attack, being very comfortable with skill moves. We've seen Arox also come and give us a feisty display of skill moves here. And same France squad that we've been talking about.
Yes, same France squad, same guys with good skill moves, good skill foots and all that. And then the most important thing is knowing how to use and when how to use your skill moves.
Yeah.
And I think this game is a prime example of that. They are just ensuring that they use the skill moves just when they ought to. And then we have a very balanced game. At this point, I might just see your prediction of going to a shootout
happening.
Yeah.
And I'd love for some of that. Definitely. 25 minutes into the game now, and we have Shenny here really holding that possession, really knocking on the door, trying to find something to work with here. It's been out of Daniel's box for a while now. Daniel's looking to find an opportunity here in about 25 yards out.
Yeah.
Still working it in with Pogba. But the defensive display from Daniel, you also have to give him credit for it too. I mean, Shenny has been knocking around, really find it, and find the shot that he's been looking for.
What a goal.
Usman Dembele, that 5-star weak foot,
and he was able to smash it right there.
Very unfortunate there for Daniel.
Yes, very, very unfortunate. I was going to just tell you just before he scored the goal that I think Shenny was just basically trying to draw out Daniel. Because what we have seen so far was a very, very mature display from Daniel.
Daniel, holding that defense,
a defense line, ensuring you not commit too much players, and Shane was able to use the experience you talked about to drag him out a little bit, remove the shape.
We see Shenny here again, making it two.
What a second goal!
Solidifying his lead with a very nice goal, outside foot shot from Mbappe, and now he's in quite the cruise condition, because just 35 minutes into the game, if he can do 2 in 35 minutes, I mean, you're worried to think about just how far he can go.
Exactly. Now, I'm just going to quickly point out that as soon as he scored the goal, I noticed that Daniel Demilade went into an attacking mode. And if you notice that he went into an attacking mode. So I think this game is about to give us so much more. Now, there are 2 options. Is either Demilade goes forward more, commit more bodies, and then reaps the chance of conceding more
goals,
or he just sits back and waits for his chances. What do you think he's going to do?
Yeah, well, I think he's just going to remain as it is now. Maybe just work out this first half with what he's currently set up with. But then, at least that's what I would do. Pay attention to what's going wrong. Pay attention to that, and then try to fizzle out this first half. And then, if your changes are going to come in the second half, very decisive. You see Shenny here still trying to work it around, but Daniel, you can tell, that he's really making an effort to bring this game back, not giving up defensively.
Exactly. Now, Checks, I really think that this time, at this point, what Shenny is really trying to do is ensure that he doesn't make no mistakes to give Daniel the ball and lose the lead he already has. He's not willing to take any chances. He just wants to hold on to the ball.
Shenny still here, he's going for that Griezmann's left foot, and that's why I prefer Benjeda to Griezmann. I mean, in that position, you knew he was going to do like a drag back onto his left foot.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's exactly what he did, and that puts somebody like Griezmann in a very predictable situation.
Exactly.
But for somebody like Neymar that has like a 5-star weak foot, somebody like Son,
Yes.
somebody like Ben Yedder, that's why France has Ben Yedder. You know, they're unpredictable. You don't know when they're going to exit because they can shoot very well from
and I believe that gives you room to maneuver a lot. It gives you room to do a lot of things. You know, you can be able to. I mean, once it's on his left foot, you do not know what's going to do.
Yeah, you don't know what's going to do.
That is that unpredictability.
You don't know what's going to do, and even if it's in a position where you expect him to like square play to another player, with both feet, you know he can shoot.
He can do anything at any time.
He literally can just shoot near post. So that's why I actually always go for Ben Yedder over Griezmann. But we've seen what Shani has been doing with Griezmann. Griezmann has been very instrumental for him so far in his endeavor. But the question now is for Daniel, what's the next plan of action?
Look, now if I am Daniel at this time, I need to go back to my my drawing table. I need to change something.
Yeah.
Probably has to be the formation, or if you're not going to change the formation, you have to switch players. You know, get Mbappe to the other side for you, or just try to do something different, because whatever he's doing right now, it is not working. Now he needs to think more. He needs to think outside the box.
Yeah, definitely. And you know that's why I said earlier before the game ended. I said he needs to for the rest of, I mean, it was 40th minute. So for the rest of the 5 minutes that he had, all he needed to do was play, but then pay attention to what exactly was going on.
Yeah.
Like if you were losing the ball in a certain area, you know, okay, maybe I don't take the ball there anymore as much.
Exactly.
You know? Maybe whenever I'm there, I just don't waste time. I do 1-2 passes, and then you know if you want to bring in players or not. You know what you need to do if you are changing information. So it takes players that take the time, you know, to
study what's going on,
to understand their own gameplay.
Look,
once you find yourself and you understand, you know, what's wrong, it's easy to make changes.
Exactly. And Sheiks, what you just said is perfect, very correct. And I'm looking at something. Right? I'm looking at a scenario whereby Demilade is not having so much joy down the middle of Shani's line.
Yeah.
Why don't he try the flank? Why don't you try crosses inside?
Exactly.
I mean, this is the time to try go overboard. Try something
that's
different.
How you think. Like that's how you expect.
I mean, if the center is not working, probably try the flanks. Getting a Ousmane Dembele or Coman to crossing the balls for you.
You have pace. Yeah. So I mean, I'm looking forward to what Daniel does.
Yeah.
You know, what changes, whether he's going to make changes or not, and I hope I'm worried that Shane is not going to let me see the penalty shootout that I saw in Desperate. I mean, if he keeps playing like this, yes, definitely he's going to take this game.
I mean, if you keep playing like this, I'm foreseeing a 5-1 in the game.
In favor of Shane.
In favor of Shane, yes.
Alright, let's keep rolling, guys. We'll hop into the second half.
Quickly, let's see how it goes. Let's see who predictions comes true this time around.
So if that guy is not careful, you chop.
You will chop back. That middle. Shane saw the chance and took it very quick.
So we're back now for the second half, and
like we said, you know, he's trying to change something.
Yes.
I really hope this works out for him. Let's go into the game and then see what happens. Shane kicking off the second half and trying to play the ball around. He has Pogba with the ball right now, making some good skill moves right there. Wow, what a lovely skill move. Wow.
Shane coming out hot. Now Pogba tries to do drag back, still finds Mbappe.
What a shot by there.
Well, you see the intent. I mean, Shane is taking this seriously.
Look, from what I've seen so far, Shane is headed right to the very top of this competition. I mean, like I told you before we started this game, I love watching this guy. He has intent in his gameplay.
Yeah.
If he's going to pass the ball, he's passing with intent. If he's going to make a dribble, he's making the dribble with intent.
Wow. I mean, if I'm Daniel, I'm like, bro, why so serious? But then there's a lot of money on the line. Like
so much money on the line right now, and also prestige of winning this.
Yes, of course,
top competition.
You can't rule that out.
You can't rule that out at all.
This is definitely one that's going to be memorable, and I'm sure a lot of these players would love to have these on their portfolios. You see Shane here, so much, so much display of maturity, and just being patient.
Yeah.
Maybe a bit overly patient, but he still goes up. So at this
Exactly.
point, you are forced to bring people out if you are Daniel, you know, you are forced to make mistakes because he keeps holding the ball. You need to score. You are going to have to find the ball.
Exactly, and then this is where he has you because you have to commit,
And
then
he punishes
anything
you
happen.
whenever you make
Exactly.
mistakes.
Now I'm just going to quickly say this right here, that there's something that Daniel is doing, that he is a little bit he's not taking those risks. You know what I'm saying? He's not going all out. He has the ball, but he's not doing anything so far with it. What do you think he should change right now?
Well, I mean,
60 minutes down the clock.
If I'm Daniel, I mean, you have about 30 minutes to go.
30 minutes.
And that's 30 minutes FIFA time.
What a pass right there.
Daniel there trying to find the space, and now he's taking a pause. So let's see what he does, because if I'm Daniel, I'm thinking,
I need to change something.
4-1-2-1-2. I'm just going direct. You know, I'm just going direct. 4-1-2-1-2, or play like a 4-4-2. You know, play a 4-4-2 and try to exploit the flanks.
Yeah, exactly. And I mean, getting crosses, putting Ben Yedder and Mbappe right in the middle, in the center.
Yeah.
Get Coman and Ousmane Dembele to cross the ball in for you.
And of course, that would be like low cross, because honestly, let's be honest. To be fair to him, France doesn't have dominant headers like, you know, in
the box.
Yeah, in the box. They have small players that are fast, that are skillful and whatnot, but they don't have like, okay, maybe you have Benzema at your disposal. Benzema is perhaps the closest thing you have to somebody that can really win balls for you.
I would pick a Giroud in this situation.
Exactly.
I'll pick a Giroud. Take off. Look, if I'm this guy, I might probably take off Coman, bring in a Giroud, center, put him in central,
and just try
whipping those crosses. Giroud is a master of those crosses. Even if he doesn't win them, he gets to push the opposition into doing something. What a ball there! What is he going to do?
Wow. Nice defensive work there from Varane. And
I mean, it seems like right now Sheni has every move planned out 2 steps ahead. What a wow! Now that hit the side netting. Wow, that was a good move there by Demilade, and he's really making those moves. I love to see what he's trying to do, trying to exploit those spaces in between. Now he's on top in terms of the possession stats, trying to
really putting in the work. I think he's taking this more seriously now in the second half. Made some changes that at least have helped him to get some breathing space.
Yes, exactly. He has managed to push back Sheni so much. You get to find, you feel like at this point, if Daniel scores 1 goal, Sheni is in trouble.
Oh yeah, he's going to be very worried, you know, and then that tension adds in a bit of a dynamic to the mental aspect of
the game. Exactly.
And we see Daniel now still doing a good defensive job. He just needs 1 goal and he's first, you know, something to build on. Maybe add some tension to the game with that 1 goal. But we see Sheni here still trying to push back. Get more goals. I mean, maybe you think at this point Sheni now is a bit more stingy with possession and just holds the ball, tries to hold the ball. But he's really direct in his attack. So he probably knows that, you know, if that 1 goal comes, I might have troubles. Let me just score 1 more. So even if you score 1 goal, you still have 2 goals to find out.
Actually, I think at this point, what Sheni could do is, I mean, it's 82 minutes on the clock. Take the ball to the flank, delay, get yourself a corner kick, get yourself 2 corner kicks before you know what happens.
Yes, but he's not doing that. He's coming out hard, fishing for goals.
So let's see what he has in mind, and let's hope he doesn't get pegged back.
And I'm sure Daniel likes that, because
it's giving him more joy too. Yeah. It's giving more joy. Now that's the ball with Mbappe.
Now still finds Mbappe, lays it on Griezmann, tries to go for the net post this time. And I think those are positions in which you then go for the drag back.
Yeah, exactly.
You then go for the drag back and you exit up and you just finesse it.
Exactly. That would have been just the perfect way for Shane to finish that move.
Daniel now was able to find Mbappe, passes it directly to the keeper.
Like
that's okay. I'm disappointed there.
Very, very disappointed.
Very disappointed there. I expected something better. I mean, could have just tipped it outside.
I saw Ben Yedder coming in at that point. I thought he was going to take his time, turn around, give the ball to Ben Yedder, or try fake shot and finesse the ball into the net. But
I know that's the thing. If you don't take your chances, I think at this point now it's pretty clear that we are going to have maybe a 3-goal scoreline. I mean, Sheni still has been fishing for goals, but just less than a minute stoppage time is left here.
No miracles here.
This is definitely going to be the last attack of the game. What can Sheni do? Finds Mbappe, maybe a consolation goal.
No.
Still can't find a consolation goal. Unfortunately, that'll be the end of the road for Daniel.
Beautiful game.
Yeah.
beautiful game.
You can tell, that Shaney is just as serious as Arox is about this competition.
You know what I love about this game? For Shinny, you have to be very, very proud of this kind of display. You have a clean sheet.
Yeah.
You've won your game. You've knocked off your
In a
opponents. You have gone to the next round. Very mature display.
Manner,
yeah, very mature display. Took his chances very, very well in the first half. Took his chances. Didn't concede much goals. Okay, down at the end, yes, he considered a lot of pressure, but no goals here.
Yeah, no goals. No goals.
Shenny has to
No
pat
goals.
himself on the back and say, "Look, I really did well at this stage in the competition."
And you can't get enough of confidence when you're playing at this level. You need that confidence.
Exactly.
Fires you up in ways you cannot imagine.
Exactly.
We have the next game coming up now, and this is a game that we definitely have to pay attention to. We have Mr. Oga.
And false.
We made a term called being organized because this guy literally gave somebody 9-0. Now, you see, what makes it funny is because you have people like that in tournaments that do those kind of things, but they don't get it to find to the round of 16 or whatever.
Yeah.
Maybe you just see it once in group stages. But this guy gave somebody 9-0 and is in the round of 16 now. It just goes to show you that he can do that.
Very, very serious.
He could do it again. Maybe not 9, but we could see like a 5, 6. I'm telling you, I'm looking forward to something like that.
So I mean, which means we are predicting a lot of goals here.
Yes, but now let me throw this to you because you've played his opponent before. He's playing fouls.
Yes.
What are your predictions?
Okay, so what I expect right now, I expect a very matured display of football. I expect two things. I expect Mr. Olga to go all out and try and hit Falls with as much goals as he can. And I expect that Falls will sit back, sit the pressure, and then hit him on counters. So if you're asking me, I think
that'd be very interesting.
I think Falls will just peep Mr. Olga in this one, probably by just 1 goal difference. I'm looking at a 3-2 or 2-1 goal score line in this game in favor of Falls.
As much as I love to see penalty shootout, something tells me I'm not going to see that.
Well, you can never say never, really. You can really never say never. I mean, when we started the last match, we thought this was a game that would take us to penalties, and then all in 10 minutes everything changed.
I just think Mr. Oga is going to edge this out. Like I can feel the intent in how he plays.
Yeah.
And it's like he's just as comfortable with skill moves as much as these guys are.
Okay.
Maybe he might not even do as much. But when he does them, very effective, very comfortable.
Very effective.
He uses the same France. I mean, it's a game to look forward to. Guys, we'll take a quick short break and we're all back into this exciting action.
I can't wait, guys. I can't wait. Let's get this popping off.
Looking forward to it.
All right, guys. All right. So we have Mr. Oga versus Falls. Can we call him Falls, the bad guy?
Yeah, his name is actually Folarin.
Oh, Folarin. Okay,
yes.
Beautiful. Love to see the kind of formations they're using
He's
here.
a good player too. Let me be honest, because I know him too.
Okay.
He's a good player. I remember in FIFA 18. That time we still had Neymar in Brazil.
Yeah.
That was in FIFA, and he's a very skillful player, very confident, but he's a very good player. So we might not see as much of a washing as I thought it was going to be.
Well, okay, now this is a little bit. I mean, it's
surprising. I was talking about.
It's surprising because I'm seeing Miss Falls going with the Liverpool.
Yeah.
And okay, can you check this formation out? He has Roberto Firmino in midfield. What do you think about that?
I think he's still setting up game plans, but Firmino is known as one of the best cams in this game. But not in that formation, if I'm being honest.
Yeah.
That's in like a 4-2-3-1 playing directly behind the striker as a cam.
Yes.
Or playing in a 4-1-2-1 playing directly behind two strikers as a cam. Or like a 4-2-2 formation with two cams. So it'll be interesting to see how he utilizes him there.
I would really love to see the duels.
But Firmino is actually very good, like all-round player in terms of attacking, meaning he can pass, he can shoot, and he's good in the air. He's big.
He does have good skills.
He's not the fastest, but
exactly.
He's fast. He's pretty fast. So, and now they in FIFA 20, at the end of FIFA 20, he got that update for the 5-star skill moves.
Okay.
So he can read same skill moves that you would see people do with Pogba, with Mbappe, all those guys. So I think he's competent to play in midfield position. Yeah. But I haven't seen it in that 4-3-3 formation before, and that's a 4-3-3 false 9
formation. Yeah.
So interested to see.
All right, let's see how it goes. So we kick off with Mr. Olga with France in the blue kit, going up against Falls, the bad guy, in the red Liverpool kit. And then Mr. Olga just passing around. So quickly to make it changes. All right. Now, we did not take any scoreline predictions right now. Any scoreline you want to think about in this game?
Yeah, 3-1. Actually, I don't see Mr. Olga conceding. I think he's that good, regardless of the fact that he's playing for us. So I'm going for like a 3-0.
All right, let's see.
3-0 in favor of
3-0 in favor of.
In favor of Mr. Olga.
Mr. Olga pressing right now with Pogba, trying to get out of the box.
Talked about Kante and Pogba, that partnership,
that pivot.
Just being a menace for attackers and midfielders alike.
Exactly. I mean, their combination is just so perfect in itself. And then especially if you know how to utilize their skills together, you'll be getting out something.
Pogba brings in the size and skill moves. Kante brings in that agility and the awareness. Like he's just so agile when he's defending against you. Like he's all up in your face when he's defending against you. So, but good defensive display there from Falls.
Yes, exactly. And I was just about to say that. And I like the fact that they are just trying to be a little bit, they're not rushing each other, taking their time, trying to find the feet. Very composed. This is a very composed game we are seeing right here. Wow. Okay, Mr. Falls trying to do something here. What can he do?
Players know what is at stake. Find space.
Find space there.
And Mendy overpowering when out on there. You would have thought maybe the referee would have blown for one penalty at least if it's not a penalty shootout. Yeah. At least maybe one. But the referee says no, that's not a penalty. And Mr. Olga back again in possession of the ball. But I said that so quickly and he loses it right there. Falls here now with Salah. Salah we've known to be a very, very disturbing player to play against. So much pace and he's so good on his left foot.
Look, from what I've seen right here, I think we have a game on our hands, and this is
very back and forth.
Very back and forth actually. Nobody has been able to take a shot on goal so far. 18 minutes into the game, where we have seen visits to the opposite 18-yard box. What about over the top for Coman?
Does he go for near post? He goes for the near post, but unfortunately, Alisson covers that. Maybe he needed a bit more power. Maybe he should have gone slightly more closer to the keeper, but I expected him to put that in the net.
Look, I was expecting that to be a goal, but then we have to also talk about the qualities of Alisson in this game. He's one of the great keepers right now in FIFA 20, and he did so much there to cover the ball, make himself big, and get that catch.
Yeah, now gives Folari a chance now to set up his attack. And 23 minutes into the game, and like you said, so far it's been a very feisty affair. Just end-to-end action from both players. Nobody really making vital mistakes, and it's good to see. It's good to be able to watch a game and really just appreciate the amount of attention these guys are paying to the match. match.
Exactly. It shows you that this. I really think at this point they are probably researching themselves so much to know a lot more about their opponent's kind of style and kind of play or style of play, and then this is the result of a very very well practiced team.
Yeah. Uh, I mean, Falls isn't using France, which is regarded as like the most
The
overpowered
top,
team in the
yeah.
game, but you can tell he's so comfortable with Liverpool. Tries to find Firmino in that position, but you see Mr. Oga very sharp on the player switching, uses cover to cover up that center, and I said that the 4-2-3-1 is very. Look at how Kante is moving, like
He's
he's
like the
so.
destroyer of the team.
I'm telling you, he's
Anywhere the
so
ball goes to,
agile.
he's there. He's there.
And I mean, for players that play at a very good level, at the top level rather, you know that protecting the middle of the
What a
pitch
goal!
is the most important thing. And unfortunately, there was a gap in the middle of the pitch there, and we saw Falls just utilizing that gap
To really
strike.
hit, yes.
And you have somebody like Mane behind the ball. So
Exactly.
Liverpool does have quality too. Mane behind the ball, you expect nothing less.
I mean,
Mr. Oga trying to answer back, but
the
unfortunately,
ball goes
loses
just
that.
out. I mean, I love the fact that Falls went with Mane just at the center as his false nine, because Mane has the strength, but then he's not as quick as all the other players on the pitch. But yeah, he's really very effective in that point.
Oh, Mane is very, very pace. He has about 90, just as fast as Salah. And these guys are speed demons. I mean, they have that trait speed demon. And Mane here again in favor of us, but nice, quick defensive work there by Mr. Oga. And Mr. Oga at this point, he needs to come up with something.
He needs to take more risks.
Yeah, for just how careful Fola has been, he's not someone that is just going to concede goals anyhow. You need to make him work.
Exactly.
Like, you really need to make him work.
Yeah, but I think Mr. Oga has a lot of chance if he can change his formation.
Yeah, Mr. Oga has the quality to do that, but the fear is that the fact that Falls is still finding space, finds one out,
and he punishes him for that.
Bit of a slip slop there from Mr. Oga. Very unfortunate. It looks like that my prediction is going to be the other way around.
Yeah, I told you. That
was very unfortunate.
I told you this game was going to see Mr. Falls sit back and hit Mr. Oga on the counter, and I think that is just what he has done to the letter. He has invited Mr. Oga in and he has hit him on the counter.
Mr. Oga was playing that 4-2-3-1. We talked about just how that formation was balanced.
Yes.
Arguably the best formation in the game, but it takes. I mean, to score goals with that formation, you need to do a lot of work. Like,
exactly. You need to
build up.
Ball,
there's
yes.
a lot of build up play involved because you're playing with 5 midfielders.
Yes.
Really. So there's a lot of build up play involved. Usually I would switch to a more direct. At this point, I definitely would. Just how important the stage they are, I would switch to a 4-1-2-1-2, a direct formation. Like, just 1-2 passes, take my shot. 1-2 passes, take my shot. Cross, take my shot.
Exactly.
Not too many knocking on ball, and you force his defenders to run.
I mean, one issue I'm seeing in this defense or in this formation is the fact that he has Mbappe against Van Dijk. Now I want to see him do something. I want to see him try something like put a 4. Use 2 strikers basically. Put Ben Yedder to keep Van Dijk busy, and use Mbappe to go through the other way of whoever is on the other side of Van Dijk. I'm very very sure it's not going to be as fast as that. So I mean, he should just try and switching up the position a little bit, see if he can get some joy from the other side, because really Van Dijk seems to have Mbappe in his pockets in this game.
Yeah, I think we can agree on the fact that he needs to make he needs to take a look at the game and definitely make some changes if he wants to really trouble
Mr. Falls.
Falls.
Falls right now has a corner kick. He's going for the short corner, I guess.
Yeah.
Just trying to manage this game and ensure that he doesn't concede or he is the only one that scores. In this time, what is he going to do here?
Falls still doing a good job walking around. Firmino with the skill moves, the roulette, the roulette 360, whatever you call it. Unfortunately, that wasn't the best
option for him at that time. That surrounded by such players. Mbappe.
Now we see Mr. Oga. Is this the opportunity that he's needed? Does the speed boost the fake shot, but still loses possession of the ball. He should have been a bit more reserved there.
Yeah.
Maybe do a ball roll to keep possession of the ball and just find a way to get that ball into the box. He tried to force it in with the skill move and
Shakes, I
pace.
think that is just the perfect word. I'm seeing I'm seeing a situation whereby Mr. Oga is literally just trying to force this ball. You have
Yeah.
to allow it flow naturally, and that's what Falls have been using to.
Been able to do, yeah. That's
Yes,
what he's been able to
that's
do.
just the difference between these two players.
Yeah, and I mean, yeah, Falls has been fortunate a few times because there's been like some stumbles of the ball in
Yeah.
the box, but he does, make a conscious effort to build up play and make things just
Make things flow
make
naturally.
things gel. So
Nah.
now we have Falls again, very comfortable with skill moves, money pace, so much pace, pushes the ball a bit
Pushes
too
ball
much.
just
Yeah.
too far.
We've seen that with Vinicius Junior too in our previous game, and maybe things will change here. Hernandez now, ball over to Kante.
Wow.
Let's see, Mr. Oga,
Mr.
what
Oga just
can
trying to
you
build
do
something.
here? What can you do here? 63 minutes into the game, you have less than 30 minutes more to go. Still in possession of the ball. Griezmann, not my best selection, but
Yeah.
still
Look,
in possession of the ball.
I
Van
mean-
Dijk just stays until the end. Van Dijk doing a very good job there.
Very, very good job. Look, I mean, if I'm going to advise Mr. Oga, this is the time where you have to score those goals. You have to score at least one goal and be able to push Falls into making a mistake. What a shot there by
Paul
Mane.
still going for that near post. He knows
Was that the best option for him right there?
maybe not, but I would have still gone for the near post because it's just overpowered. So like, that stuff goes in. Like,
Yeah,
that,
it
that-
does go in.
Yeah, that stuff goes in. So there are 2 goals up.
Exactly.
It's easy for you to just take the shot there.
Let's also not forget that he has won a corner, another opportunity for him to
Exactly.
do
So
something.
why
right
was it
now.
all
So,
a waste? So he did
exactly.
win a corner, still in position of the ball. Wijnaldum now, and Kante. Oh my Kante, so good defensively.
yeah.
That
Alright.
Beira now still been able to find his man. Yes, and now
Has-
Mr. Oga making Falls walk, making his defenders run around.
I want you to just notice how the flanks are not being used so far in this game.
Yeah, I haven't been attention.
I mean,
Unfortunate.
this is the time where Mr. Oga has to think, going through the flanks, using the pacey wingers in the Coleman, in the
Because you have just less than 20 minutes to go.
yeah, exactly.
You have less than 20 minutes to go. Literally it's 72 minutes into the game, so you need to start coming up with something. Okay, we see a team press
Team
there
press
from Mr. Oga.
Oga,
So
yeah,
I would have done that too.
yeah.
I definitely would have
just
done
try
that
and
too. And quick tactics, I wouldn't even like press the pause too. Just the same way he did with quick tactics.
is that a
Unfortunately
penalty?
for Mr. Oga,
Wow.
concedes a penalty, and I think things have gotten too ugly for him at this
Yeah,
point.
at this time, I'm feeling so much for Mr. Oga because
Yeah,
he came in
very
with so much
unfortunate.
promise. Can you
Falls, doesn't miss that, puts it away.
put it to
by
bed
Salah.
right there?
And
Wow.
3 goes to my predictions sideways. Phew. The exact opposite of
The
my
exact
prediction.
opposite. He said we were not so sure if he was going to concede, but unfortunately, he has been able to ship in 3 at the back right
He's
now.
able to ship
Yeah.
in 3. So where Mr. Alga wasn't as hyped as I thought it was.
Well, I mean, at this stage, I just really
Quality
think
of players
the quality of players are
that
just
good.
so high, so high.
Falls again with the opportunity to add more to his tally. See the skill move from Salah.
Wow.
This guy just so comfortable at this point. But Firmino then loses the ball to Kimpembe, and he cannot get that out of the area quickly enough.
Why doesn't he use the flank right now, Shakes? I mean, I see every time he tries to break, there are wingers waiting to get those balls. But then for some reason, he still tries to go through the middle and still loses the ball. What can he do right here?
Very direct player, you could say. Griezmann there, trying to find, he still goes for the pass there, and man, Mr. Aoya really folded my hand, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, I mean, at that point, you would have expected him, even if you're going to go for the pass, why don't you try the up-through pass, something that will not ensure that will go beyond the keeper, or just try the near post.
Yeah, I think he's been in situations where he could have at least scored one.
Yeah, exactly. I mean,
like
he's
in
not.
worst case, he would have should have scored one.
I mean, this
Referee
from what we
there,
saw from the first half, this could have been easily be a 3-2 game, 3-1 game. Yeah, just try and redeem your image, with all the hype he came with. He could have done so much better, but Mr. Falls showing that sometimes decisiveness is better than talent, obviously.
Now we have Just 90 minutes to go. I'm sorry, 90 minutes already up and 2 minutes of stoppage time to go. And
Is there more
I
goals
think
here?
it's pretty clear who has won this. Question now is
We
how
have
much more
more
goals do
goals
we
here.
have? And after this match, of course, we'll be taking a hop into PUBG's action for today.
Oh yes.
Yes, it's been a very exciting display.
Very
of FIFA
exciting,
action so far.
feisty, end-to-end stuff. I've seen goals, I've seen skill moves, I've seen, well, I mean, today was it.
Yeah, and it was round of 16. So
Yes.
before we got into it, we talked about just how much quality we had on the board. And
Exactly.
it's good to see that they lived up to the expectations.
Expectation.
So Oga, very unfortunate that I didn't think he was going to come into this game and not score one goal. I didn't think he was going to come into this game and concede 3 goals.
4 goals actually.
4 goals.
Yes.
4 goals. So it's quite unfortunate for him.
I mean, that's what it is. I told you, expect the unexpected at this time. People are going to, upsets are going to happen. Serious upsets are going to happen, and then this is the game. That's why we love the game.
Yeah, it's a game of football. Glad to have you guys with us for today's FIFA action. We'll take a break now, and we'll load you guys with some PUBG action. Thank you.
Thank you for having us, guys.
Welcome everybody to the E-Series PUBG round of 16. My name is Spectacular. I will be your host for today. Your regular host, Viper, will not be online today, so I'm going to be filling the gap for him until next week when he is available. I hope you guys kept safe. God bless Nigeria. God bless this. God bless all of us, and God bless Nigeria. Let's go in as we see Inspector right now trying to get some weapons. So let's check on the teams that are available today. We have the undisputed African esports. We have the Dark Dragons, 4 Gamers, Team Rage, Not Gaming, Unknown Soldiers, Citizens Esports, Men of Blood Gaming, Shell Shock, Outsiders Officials, Slime 4KT, Immortals, Rogue Gods Gaming, and Active Gaming. So let's check on our Dark Dragons. Wait, somebody is dead already in Dark Dragons. We have DD down, he's already out. What happened? Are they... I'm not sure what happened. You guys have to excuse me. I am not going to be giving you the action-packed commentary that Viper does. I'm just gonna stay with you guys. Now we have the guys from Shot Gaming in a battle. Shell Shock 0 right here. Where are the rest of the crew? Okay, so the rest of them are in car. I think they took out somebody from Outsiders Official just now. Most of the gamers are outside the ring right now. Most likely going to be finding their way back. We should be seeing some action between Not Gaming still on the map. As you can see, most guys trying to find their way back in. We'll still be seeing some fight really soon on Shell Shock. Let's check out what Citizens Gaming are up to. Definitely not moving right there. What is he doing? soldiers right there, I think they came in one man shot. If I'm correct, they came in one man shot from this into this match. Let's check out if there are people around. So they are just manning that compound right there. On solid ghost alone right there in the compound. So let's go back to Citizens Gaming, still doing their joyride. Where are they going? We don't know. Red Dark Dragons finding their way in the red zone. Somewhere near Gatka. All the gamers are still scampering around trying to find some sort of standoff points where they can ambush themselves. We still have the unsolid ghosts. Let's check on other teams. The Immortals. Not far from the Immortals, we have the Outsiders. Definitely going to be some sort of face-off between these two right now. Adjacent themselves, Outsiders in one compound, the Immortals in another. I think they already sense the Immortals far, so they are. Oh, so we have the Unsullied, the Undisputed Africans on a face-off already with Inspector just took out Rex. While driving again, man jumps out of the car, tries to take out one more person, does a little bit of damage. Yes, he knocks him down. Looking at that kill, he has taken out HBO69. Oh! He almost gets knocked out by the car. See a raging battle between these two teams. Undisputed team wiping out that team one time was very, very swift. Smoke covers just to try their tracks in case other teams are around, because they are sure that other teams will have gotten that gunfire sound and will definitely be coming in to see if they can take some piece of the action of what is left of these fights. So looking at it now, the Unsullied with Inspector having 3 kills alone and his team having a total of 4. They seem to be topping the league. 4KT in a battle with Outsiders right now. Storm trying to get a shot right there, but throws a nade. Nade doesn't get to anybody. Well, Sheki's trying to run away right there, and does he escape? He does. But his teammate still trapped right here. 4KT taking out Sheki's finally. Sheki's, he knocked him out. He was trying to escape in the car, but Storm takes him out in that car right there. Drives him off road. Wow, this guy dey vex o. Poof, an explosion. So Pronto be able to come and take revenge. I'm sure Sheki was trying to find where Pronto was and go as far as where Pronto was, but couldn't make it there. Pronto still trying to fire, taking them shots, seeing if he can get some shots. But he has taken to his heels because he's no match. He's the only one left in the team, so he has to run. He has to run for cover, see if he can find somewhere to just go and chill and hope he can come in gun blazing when the game is almost up. Let's check on other people. Let's check on not gaming. Check on not angry right there. Not angry in the battle. With Team Rage. Not gaming. Not Jager right there. I think he went to scout and he's mixed up. Oh, and they're taking him out. They think they knocked him. They've knocked him. Throws the smoke bomb to see if he can escape. But they've knocked him. They've knocked him. Will his teammate be able to get to him in time? He's right in the middle between him and his teammates. Citizens in a battle with 4KT right now. We have 14 more teams left with 48 people alive. Whoa, Immortals versus 4 gamers right now, and 2 of them are knocked down. Immortals taking out 4G Chooks. Not far away, we have undisputed Africans also in a battle. Citizens, Blackboard just took out Toga 480. And you can see the ring is about to end, and all the gamers are almost popped up in the same place, trying to get that last puzzle. Over here we have Citizens Gaming camped up together in one compound. Each of these teams left taking compounds to themselves. Looks like Citizens wants to push forward, not gaming in a battle with Shell Shock. I think they've wiped out the whole of the Shell Shock team. Okay, Shell Shock Kagi. Remaining Shell Shock Kagi right now. Will he be able to, get some sort of revenge? Throws a nade to him. Nade misses him just by a flinch. 4 of them right now. So we have Kagi here, we have Shell Shock Wonder. Okay, so the whole team is still alive actually. Not gaming in a battle, just took out Kratos. Dark Dragons in a battle with Citizens. That has to be a very, very, very nasty fight. They knocked down 2 of Citizens guys. Basically just battle between both teams. Whoa, the car explodes, killing one of the Citizens guys. Battle is still on. And the Dark Dragons finally get to wipe out the Citizens Gaming crew, and the Citizens is out at 4th place, if I'm correct. Not gaming in a battle with Rogue. And it's a battle going on, not gaming, trying to wipe out the Rogue crew. Rogue gods have been vanquished. where all the gamers are, Dark Dragons, everybody right now in the same place just trying to wipe out each other. Shout out to Viper, man. Viper, you dey work. Oh. How do you do this, man? I am literally not able to say what's happening in this game, man. Shout out to all the shoutcasters we have in gaming. You guys are doing an awesome job. Awesome job. Play zone basically taking out the rest of the team right now. Going to be a face off between UAE and yes, he took out the last immortal guy. So Dark Dragons right there pushing into the smoke, trying to use the smoke for cover. I've been short of words in like a couple of seconds right there, because these guys are playing such a wonderful game. Cars explode and UAE guys still trying to find some sort of vantage points that they are going to use to attack the Dark Dragons. It's a 3v3 with the Unsullied Ghost just by the edge of the map, waiting to see if he's going to be able to take on any of these guys if they come for him. And it's still 3-on-3. Smoke. Looks like nobody is noticing the one-man army standing right by their side. Definitely the Unsullied are going to try to face the Dark Dragons 3v3. And wow, they've taken out the last immortal guy that was just chilling. Now it's a 3v2. No, 3v3 still. Neither of the teams trying to come because there's actually no cover to push forward. So both of them are just going to be looking at themselves, trying to see the person that's going to make the first mistake or where the circle is going to come from, and then use that as the point of attack. UAE Romeo takes down one of Dark Dragons. Obviously, like I said, that's what they're going to use. It's now a 3v2. 3v1 with somebody knocked down. Looks like the UAE boys are going to take this win. And yes, they definitely do take that win. We have the first round off, and in first place we have the Undisputed African Esports with 7, 11, 16 kills. Second place, Dark Dragons with 8 kills. Third place, we have the Immortals with 5 kills. Fourth place, we have the Unsullied Army with 1 kill. Fifth place, we have the Active Gaming with 4 kills. Sixth place, what the name of that thing again? Jeez. Sixth place, we have the Team Rage with 4 kills. Seventh place, we have can't see that well. Black Legion, and eighth place we have Not Gaming with 7 kills. Shell Shock, ninth place with 1 kill. And that is it for this round. We will be back for the next round. Game 2, Round 2 of the E-Series 2020 PUBG tournament brought to you by Nilayo Esports, Nilayo Sports Management, sponsored by Lagos State Government, Ogun State Government, MyX3, HP, like I said, brought to you by one and only Nilayo Sports Management. So we can see the guys dropping right now. Some people going towards San Martin, and we're playing the Miramar. We have people like Shell Shock dropping somewhere near Sailor. Immortals going all the way to what happened again? El Pozo. On screen 1 here we have looks like we're going to have a fight around Shell Shock and yes, they are close by, and I can see Shell Shock coming towards this area where the Dragons are. Okay, Dragons I think are leaving the compound. I don't think they know that Shell Shock is nearby, because I'm sure they would have tried to wait to get that fight. Dragons, Shell Shock actually knowing that they are there, trying to make some sort of formation, but the Dragons are long gone now. So going to the North Gaming. Team still scattered, not really doing anything, basically just trying to gather all the supplies they can get before they go into action with any other team. Somewhere in the plant, all alone here, there's no other team in the vicinity. why do I always like calling them genocide? Citizens right now, 11 knocking down. Eleven got knocked down by BL right now, and 11 is out of the game. While the rest of the citizens gaming, okay, so Shad takes down two of the nice comeback by citizens there to take out the whole team. We have the Dark Dragon right now in the face off. six more guys, 6 more teams with 17 guys alive, and the ring is quite small and everybody is in it. It's been action packed since the beginning of this game. Romeo trying to get into the ring, gets in. They have Macho and his team just camping and looking for the best way to get fire. On screen 2, you can see all teams are spread out. We have Priest alone standing right in front of the 4KT team. Storm going in to try and see if he can take Priest out. 1v1 with Priest. Not yet. Okay, Priest is still hidden somewhere inside. Finds Priest and takes Priest out, and Priest is out of the game. KT still pushing in on different angles, taking out teams one by one. They have the upper hand here with a full team. They have 2 teams alive right now. Looking at screen 2, we'll see that from the top of the edge. Screen 2, please. Teams coming in live, 4KT on one angle, UAE on the second angle. Going in for the kill with the 3v3. Storm trying to push in, flanking. Is it going to work? Romeo almost taking Storm out. Still a 3v3. That is the end of the second match of the day. And first place we have the Undisputed again, taking that place with 12 kills. Second place we have 4KT with 4 kills. 4K. Third place we have Dragons with 7 kills. Citizens 4th place with 4 kills. 4 Gamers with 5th place with 5 kills. 5-5. 6th place Immortals with 8 kills. Shell Shock with 0 kills and 7th place. 8th place we have Not Gaming, 1 kill. 9th place we have them. 10th place we have Outsiders with 1 kill. 11th place we have on Solid Army with 0 kills. 12th place Active Gaming with 3 kills. 13th place we have them too. 14, 0 kills. 15, 0, 1 kill. And that is the end of today. We should be back on Sunday with more PUBG gaming. We are in the semi-finals. Next week, Friday, we will have the last semi-final match, and on Saturday, we will be having the final match. Thank you for watching. We shall see.